taking the time to see things through the eyes of people we serve, working in collaboration with the healthcare team, listening and honoring patient and family perspectives and choices. These are all reflective of the value of service. And that is why this year's Bellin Health Values in Practice Award for Service is going to a very special multidisciplinary team. This is 49-year-old Chris. She was hospitalized at Bellin for 6 straight months after receiving a life-altering terminal diagnosis. Her desire to get home to Michigan with her husband Daryl and 11-year-old daughter Sarah drove a multidisciplinary team to go the extra mile and make it happen.
Chris was a patient. She was admitted before Christmas and down in the ICU for about a month before she came up to medical. We got her, I think, mid-January, and we had heard that she had this acid maltase deficiency, Pompe disease, that none of us really knew about or the extent of, but she was trached, she was on a vent. So we were kind of told, you're going to come and stabilize her, and then she'll go to some kind of other level of care for vent care. But her family is in Wallace, Michigan. So the nearest vent unit that would take her was Milwaukee or Manitowoc. And with this expensive drug for Pompe disease, no place would take her because of that cost. So that was no longer an option.
The care team really rose to the challenge of providing Chris with the care that she really needed at the time. They were there for her, not only as a caregiver, but they were there for her emotionally.
And our team really banded together to do special things. So, Sarah and Tracy would have spa day, to keep her spirits up. We had a special birthday party for her daughter, Sarah. Since she wasn't able to be home for her birthday, that was really hard for her. So I went shopping and got Sarah some gifts. We got pizza delivered from the kitchen. Steve Reinders got this beautiful thing of cupcakes from Bake My Day. And we just, I think Chris knew we were going to do a little something, but didn't expect 20 to 25 people to come walking into the room singing happy birthday. So she was crying, we were all crying, her family was crying, and Sarah, of course, being 11, is kind of like, oh my gosh, this is kind of crazy, but cool at the same time.
Chris was very special, and the reason why I did go above and beyond was because as a mother myself, I couldn't imagine the situation that she was in. It's a difficult situation as a mother and a wife. And so I just wanted to do whatever I could.
Sarah's husband, Daryl, also talked about how memorable it was when he would come into the hospital and visit Chris. He really felt that Beverly, one of the valet attendants, also made a very memorable experience for him. She always greeted him. She knew his name.
There were a lot of people that came together to help out in any way that they could. There were CNAs, there were doctors, there were nurses, there were valet staff, the kitchen, nutrition services. Everybody, we all knew who Chris was.
There were a lot of challenges during Chris's hospitalization, and mainly trying to get her all the assistance she needed to be able to go home. She newly was on a ventilator. She would need a ventilator for the rest of her life. She lived up in a very kind of secluded town in Michigan that they did not have a lot of health services. So it really took a multidisciplinary team to try to figure out how to get Chris a ventilator at home, how to get Chris someone to service the ventilator, how to get Chris the support she needed to go home.
I think it was 4 months at this time that we were working. I mean, dedicated hours upon hours working on her case, and it was like finally a light at the end of the tunnel. And it was like walking into her room was amazing because it was, hey girlfriend, you still want to go home? And instantly we both just started crying because it was like we finally made it, because it was a long process.
They were able to help her get back home with her husband and her daughter like she and her family desired.
Thank you, Annie, for nominating us for this award. It means a lot, and she was inspirational in helping us as well.
Congratulations to everyone. We did an extraordinary thing, for Chris and her family.